Hi there, thank you so much for tuning into Guru Beauty. I'm Jodie and I hope you're having a beautiful day. Wanted to share with you my current favourites of the moment. I'm certainly not disciplined enough to be able to do a monthly favourites within the timeline before everyone starts apologising for being too late and better late than never and blah blah blah. I'm just going to post my current favourites whenever I have the urge because that's how I roll. Okay, so I'll get started here with primer, with the foundation. So I have been using for about the last, gosh, at least 6 months I would say, the Arbonne makeup primer, and love it, absolutely love it. Anyone who's not familiar with Arbonne, it's kind of like an Avon brand. They have parties you can buy online, but there's no stores really that sell Arbonne. I have seen spas and that kind of those kinds of places selling Arbonne, but love that primer. I think it goes for about $50 a pop. It lasts a long time, but most importantly what it did for me was help not only to keep my makeup on all day long and looking nice, but to help control the oils. I really noticed that difference with the Arbonne makeup primer. So once I was finished, I decided not to replace it because I do have a stash of primers that I do need to use, and I decided to go from the Arbonne makeup primer to an Australian brand, and I have been using the Australis primer. So this is available from Priceline for you Australian girls for probably less than $10, and I've been, you know, pretty impressed with that. It is still winter time, and I would say, you know, during the summer I am going to probably be more oily, so it'll be interesting to see how the Australis holds up as the weather gets warmer, but I have been really enjoying this. While we're talking about oil control, I will touch on a bit of a myth that I have discovered this month, basically. So still talking about Arbonne, I have been using the RE9 Advanced system and was using for the last year probably their restorative day cream. It's got SPF 20, it's nice and light, it soaks right in, and I really like that as my daytime moisturizer. I ran out of that though and thought, you know, I've got to use up this Origins vita-zing that I got after seeing Tiffany D rave about this product. If you haven't seen that video, I mean, you pretty much could not rave more about a product than Tiffany D does about the Origins vita-zing. And I'm not as impressed as Tiffany D. I'm not really impressed with the product at all. It's not cheap, and she sort of talks about using this as a bit of a tinted moisturizer. So it is a really unique kind of coverage. When you put it on, it sort of does almost go like a foundation. It's a white cream, and then it's sort of, I'll just put it on my hand to show you. So you put it on, it's really spreadable, it's a white cream, and it doesn't come across on camera, but as you rub it in, it sort of goes skin colored. You can see it hasn't disappeared. The white's gone and it's been replaced by like a tinted kind of color. So that's really amazing. It smells pretty nice. If you can see there the difference between where it's got it. Doesn't have it here, it does have it here, and she sort of uses that as a cover on her face when she really doesn't want to wear a whole lot of makeup. Anyway, so I've just been using that as a moisturizer. It certainly doesn't have enough coverage for me than the tinted moisturizers that I do use and enjoy, so just as a moisturizer underneath my makeup. And when I switched from the Arbonne RE9 to the Origins, I noticed a lot more oil breaking out, you know, in the morning before even lunchtime. I usually only touch up these days once at lunchtime, but I was having to do that way before with the Origins vita-zing. So unfortunately I don't get the coverage that I would like for a tinted moisturizer, light coverage, and it's not a great moisturizer for me to wear under foundation. So the Origins vita-zing is a miss for me, and it's just a good point that what one person might really like on YouTube and want to share with everyone quite in earnest is not going to be for everyone. So another favorite that I have at the moment is my Dirty Beauty blender. I do usually wash it every couple of days, every 2-3 days I would say. Mine's dirty right now, but I love that for applying my foundation. It's just a nice even coverage. It helps the foundation sort of stay on all day and look flawless. And I would say my favorite illuminator of the month is by thebalm, the Mary Luminizer. There's a lot of places online where you can get the balm as well, but that's what the illuminator looks like there, just like what you'd expect with an illuminator. There you go, that's it on my hand. And when I wear this, I really like the way that it photographs. It's not really obvious, it just gives it's a really nice sort of healthy kind of glow without looking like an oil slick or really, yeah, oily. So I really like that as an illuminator, and I've been using that one quite a lot this month. As far as eyes go, anyone who's been watching my channel for the last month would know that I've been really enjoying this shimmer stack, this 9 different colors of pure mineral pigment from Pierre, which is a company I'm new to. It is available all around the world. Pierre do have a website that you can purchase from, but they are sort of top end prices that they charge on their website. So I think they'll be asking for roughly around $100, 99 Australian dollars at least for a stack like this. But I have been able to get, I've got 2 on order, the Pandera and the Serenity from eBay for $50 each including shipping, and certainly found better deals than that since I've started talking about it. My friends and viewers have helped with letting me know that it's been on special here in Australia on buyinvite.com.au, brandsexclusive.com.au. Lisa D1 has been sent a stack, the Pandera stack, from a friend who got this on Outlook. So I know that they do come on those kinds of websites around the place from time to time. Also going with the eyes, I've posted in numerous videos about, you know, probably previous favorites and products that I reach for every day about my brows. And I have been using the Maybelline Definer Brow, I think the little green really thin pencil that I've really been enjoying. But this month I've gone back to powder. I'm using the MAC Charcoal Brown and the MAC Omega eyeshadows. I just kind of mix those together with a brush, pop them in the brows, and I find that it's easier to really get in there between the hairs. It's really easy to get a natural application with those powders. So I do, and I find that they stay quite a bit. So I'm really enjoying those for my brows right now, the Omega and the Charcoal Brown. And I use one of 2 brushes. I have been using the a little eyeliner brush that I got with a L'Oreal Hip gel eyeliner. I really like that. It's quite stiff, so it's good for the eyebrows and getting in there in the hairs to where you actually want to draw the line. And then this is a recent brush that I've been using just this week. It's from ecotools and it's a nice angled liner brush. It's a little bit wider than your average sort of eyeliner angled brush like your MAC 208, so I really like that for the brows. It just helps with the speed in the morning getting, I like to do them quite, you know, straight and angled, so that nice wide angled brush is quite handy for that. As far as mascaras go, I'm really sad to say I've opened up a Sephora mascara that I got in a kit that I bought at Christmas time, and I love this mascara. They really don't call it much. You would have seen this in my one of my US haul videos. On the back they call it Mascara Lash Plumper, and I love it. I've gone online to see if I could get a replacement, a full size, and haven't been able to find anything that resembles that in name at least. But I love that mascara. I wish I could find a full size. Then as far as drugstore mascaras, I've been really enjoying this month the Prestige My Blackest Lashes. Really like that, as well as the L'Oreal Volume Million Lashes. I've got both in black, and I would say that definitely both of those mascaras are for those ladies who like more dramatic, more voluminous lashes. You can build these lashes and you know, it will kind of get quite chunky. If you don't mind a chunky lash from building that mascara, these are great mascaras. So they're definitely drama. If you don't like dramatic mascara, dramatic lashes, do not use either of those mascaras that I have just showed you. Finally, a few more products for the eyes. You would have seen in a couple of, and gosh, I keep calling them tutorials because I'm used to watching other people's tutorials, but you know, I think I've explained in a previous video why I call myself Guru Beauty. It's because I'm not a guru, I'm just a roo who likes goo. So you know, I'm not a teacher's a-hole, if you get my drift. And so to give you guys a tutorial on how to apply makeup is you know, a little bit ridiculous to me. So I'm just showing you what I do, really. It's a look rather than a tutorial. So I've been using the NARS Laguna as a contour eyeshadow, and I really like that colour in the crease, or as like a transition blending out colour. So would thoroughly recommend thinking about the products that you do have in your drawer. If you have a bronzer already, try giving that a go in the eye, and you might be really surprised how you can multi-use a product that you already own. 2 more products for the eye. This is a brush that I've been really enjoying. It's by L'Oreal and I found it here at Wizard Warehouse Pharmacy. I think that's a chain of chemists or pharmacies that's only available in Western Australia, but you may be able to find these brushes somewhere else. I think they're called L'Oreal Artiste brushes, and I found these like in a bargain bin, you know, at the end of an aisle where they have, you know, cheap nail polishes that they just chuck into a big bin and you have to fish around in. Well, they had a bin full of these brushes and they've had them for, you know, over a year. I've got several of these brushes, but it's a L'Oreal brush and it reminds me a little bit of a 217 brush. If you can't get your hands on a 217 from MAC or from Sigma, but you like the idea and the size, I would recommend this L'Oreal Artiste brush if you can find it and get your hands on it. The one that I found was in its sort of own individual plastic envelope sort of packaging, and I think it's L'Oreal Artiste, as I said, so I really like that brush. And finally, the last eye product is a duo that I showed in a haul recently. I got this one from Priceline. It's a Models Prefer Professional Mineral Eyeshadow Duo. I'm just trying to open it and I'm having a bit of trouble. It's in Rocker Chick, and that purple is really what does it for me. I did use it as a liner. Even dry, it's pretty impressive, but I did use it as a liner wet and I loved it. It just really ramped up. There's the colour there, that purple. Oh, so gorgeous. It just, that's it, dry, but it goes on really beautiful wet as a liner. I just love that colour. So I would thoroughly recommend going out and getting the Models Prefer Rocker Chick, anyone who has access to that brand. And then a few last favourites. I've been really loving this that I posted about recently as a dupe for the Osis Dust It. Same company, same ingredients. I'm sure it's the same factory. The Schwarzkopf Taft. I can't talk today. The Schwarzkopf Taft styling powder, rough and tough. Really like that for volume. Usually on the second day is when I'll particularly use it, or if I'm back combing, I'll sprinkle about a bit of that in first, rub it with my fingers, and then back comb, and it's beautiful. And I can build that volume up if it does start to slip throughout the day, just, you know, with my fingers, and it's up again. So I really like that. Lastly, something that I got from Coles here. This is a really nice shower gel in lime, and I just find it really invigorating. It says 40 real limes help make 1 zingy bottle of this original source lime shower gel. So I think the company is Original Source. It's distributed by Cousins and made in the UK. So I'm not sure if this is available internationally, but I just love, I love the smell of it. It's lime, so it just wakes you up in the morning. And what I also love about it is that it's designed to stand upside down, so that the product is down there, and as you get lower you don't have, you know, like a regular bottle that sits in your shower like that. When you use half of it, you spend time in the morning banging it down to the bottom before squeezing it out, and that's just time that, you know, could be better spent separating my lashes. So I really like that product there in the shower in the mornings. And finally, we see a lot of people talking about makeup wipes in their favorite videos, but I've got another type of wipe that I really like using in the morning. And really, you could use any brand. I have a Coles brand of bathroom wipes, but I find these so handy. You can just have them in the bathroom, and when you finish putting on your makeup, you know, if you're using powders and eyeshadows and that kind of thing, you can have stuff on your sink, and you just grab one of these wipes, wipe your sink, and it's glistening clean, ready to, you know, come home to that night without any gunk and stuff, and that way it doesn't build up and get all yucky. Even hairspray and stuff can obviously build up on your bathroom counters, and that's not nice. So those bathroom wipes I would thoroughly recommend. You could probably also, actually I have done it before, had baby wipes just in the bathroom, and found that also really handy just to mop up after I put on my makeup in the morning, and find those really handy to have. So that is my current favourites. I would love to hear from you if you have anything to say. Have a beautiful day, and we'll talk to you again really soon. Bye guys.